I got two. I never heard of this brewery. It's called 𝗓𝓐 or I knew it was a state that started with O. Could have been Oklahoma too. So for Kolsch lovers, this is a rich history in 𝗲𝓇's Kolsch-style ale. It's a modern twist with notes of ripening pear and biscuits and an alluring finish. Have one. The future is here. This is a full 500 ml bottle, so just over 2 months old. Kolsch is a style like you really can't. Well, you really shouldn't age it. I mean, this is on Tavour. Okay, now it says we have a good connection. Okay, I always forget to turn the VPN off before I start streaming. Anyway, back to the beer. So, yeah, definitely a fruity essence, but along with a clean, grainy malt is not Pilsnery. It's a different, like a honey malt, just like that, just that clean, grainy, continental malt. Oh, this is American beer, so I assume it's going to be American ingredients. Yeah, smells great. Almost, and it's actually a little lemony too. I mean, I wouldn't call it citrusy as far as like American hop citrus or anything. It's just kind of a, I don't know. It could just be fruity esters from the yeast. Appearance, you guys can see, nice clear beer, gold color. Did have a very foamy, frothy head when I poured it, but it takes me, it takes me a while. What? You can come up. You're interrupting the show, Leo. What? Say hi to everybody. See his tail. Here he comes. He's on camera. You want to try some? Cheers. Yes, nice. I never really dug Kolsch until I, really got into BJCP, and like once you learn the nuances of what the Kolsch style is, like it's quite different from all the other German lagers. I mean, it has that basic lager character to it, but at the same time, it's like a little bit sweeter and has like distinct fruitiness on it. In fact, let me bring up the BJCP specs. It's like one of those beers where like the water character is very important. Let's just skip to flavor. Soft rounded palate comprised of a delicate flavor between soft yet attenuated malt. So yeah, no residual sugar here. And almost imperceptible fruity sweetness from fermentation and a medium low to medium bitterness with a delicate dryness and slight crispness in the finish, but no harsh aftertaste. That's a long run-on sentence. Yeah, I mean, soft malt. Yeah, is there a hard malt or a coarse malt? Not really sure what they mean by soft. Just like if we're talking mouthfeel, it's a completely different thing. The malt tends to be grainy sweet, possibly a very light bready or honey quality. Yes, I said that, honey. The hop flavor is variable and can range from low to moderately high. Most are medium low to medium intensity, have a floral, spicy, or herbal character. I would put the actual bitterness pretty low on this one. What is the range for the IBUs? 18 to 30. Wow, even that seems high. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd probably say it's like in the 20s or so. Not a very bitter beer, but it's not a very sweet beer either. I mean, I'd say it's pretty balanced. Between sweet and dry, it's on the drier side, but it's certainly not bone dry. And that fruity character, it's weird because like it has a fruity essence, but it's not like a sweetness or anything. It's very rare that you have like a fruity flavor in beer without it being like sweet, because usually that's from like a malt character, or yeah, usually it's a malt character, but in this case it's actually from I believe it's just the yeast esters, which is really rare in a lager too. May have a malty sweet impression at the start, but this is not required. No noticeable residual sweetness. Yeah, like it finishes clean. Yeah, no starchy aftertaste or anything like that. Maybe a slight winey, mineral, or sulfury accent that accentuates the dryness and flavor balance. A slight wheat taste is rare, but not a fault. Otherwise, very clean. Mouthfeel, medium light to medium body. Most are medium light. Medium to medium high carbonation. Smooth and generally crisp and well attenuated. Yeah, I'd probably say it's about medium light. Moderate carbonation is nowhere near champagne levels, and it's a little more tepid than your average lager. Let's see. Characterized in Germany as a top fermented lagered beer. Yeah, so I think it's like an ale that's just lagered for a long time. Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I have to go through the specs, but I think this is pretty well close to the style. I will say there is like a slight like way in the background like that. Like I said, like a distinctive lager character, almost macro-y, almost a little tinny. I mean, it could be. I mean, it says like it could be minerally. I think it's like from the water content. Like I think that part of Germany where these beers are made have like a lot of mineral in the water. Like well, I think England, like in London area, isn't that very high mineral concentrate, which is weird because usually dark beers, like when you have high mineral in water, you usually make dark beers with them. And you tend to make clean, clear lagers with, clean water. That's like the whole origin of Pilsner. Anyway, as far as rating and everything, final thoughts. This is a good beer. Yeah, I'm glad I got it. And only $5 a bottle. I would say it's like a little refreshing. It's certainly more refreshing than like the pale ale I had last night, and this is 4.8 ABV. This full, 500 ml bottle, very very easy to drink. You can see I'm going through it already, and actually, I kind of want to have another one after this, but I probably won't. This would be a good, this could be a good lawnmower beer, or if it was in a can, a beach beer. I think it's also you could have it like with a meal, but I think like most meals would kind of overshadow. Like Kolsch is has a beer is like the beer where like it as a good test of your palate. If you're drinking it blind, it's really hard to pick up on those yeast esters and all that character. Anyway, yeah. So as far as rating, I think I'm going to go 4.0 on this one. I don't think it's not the best Kolsch I've ever had. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not amazing me. And I've had better, and I think like the actual German ones are just going to be so much better because they're right from the source. So this is essentially a emulation or an imitation, like you can get the water, you can replicate the water, with minerals and everything, and you can use the same hops and the same, or American grown malt. But it's just there's a 𝗕𝗙𝗋𝗄 or like a terroir character that's missing. So anyway, wow, I can't believe I ran over 10 minutes on a Kolsch. So if you're still watching, you're awesome, and if you didn't watch all this way, thanks for watching.